Looking for any potions? Ingredients? Alchemical supplies? I don't think so, though it sounds like a name I've heard before. I hear that name, and I see a temple here on Solstheim. What could that mean?
Why don't you say that even? So the entire town. Get near, you idiot. Just give them to me and put it on my account.
About your...
If you're looking for any exotic ingredients, just ask. I might have what you need.
And that's the end of it. Understand?
Careful.
This island's nothing but a pile of rubble. What's the point trying to make a life here?
Care for anything for my stand today?
Don't like it. I hate it. Every day it's the same thing. We open the shop, we hardly sell a thing, we close the shop and go to sleep. What kind of a life is that? Oh, believe me, I'd be on the first ship off this miserable island if I could. But I'm not sure I could do that to my father. I think it would break his heart. We've already lost my mother. I don't want to leave him alone. We lived in a settlement, perhaps a league from the border of Black Marsh, the homeland of the Argonians. Even though the Argonian invasion ended a long time ago, there were still a few scale-skinned clans that live within our borders. To put it simply, they attacked our settlement and slaughtered almost everyone. It was horrible. I think so, but I'm not sure where I heard the name. I don't know why, but I'm thinking about a temple here on the island. Maybe it was just a bad dream. Keep yourself safe.
My husband Bendel feared visitors would shun Raven Rock. I'm glad to see
My
you
wife and I are
escaped
doing the best we can to keep Raven Rock fed.
from danger.
The Dunmer have been growing food in the Ashlands for thousands of years. It was born out of the necessity to survive in the harsh climate of our homeland. And now, with the constant eruptions of the Red Mountain, it's more important than ever. No, only the Telvanni have the ability to weave living growth from the ash. This simply takes the right ingredients, the right tools, and a lot of patience. Well, take a look at what I have, and maybe we can make a deal. If you've got something to sell, I'm willing to buy it. Why don't we see what kind of deal we can make? Next time you're hungry, stop by. I always have plenty of food for sale.
Always nice to speak to someone from the mainland.
Mogul, I got those special poisons you asked.
Always a pleasure to watch when a man like you walks
Entire
by.
town can hear you, idiot. Just give them to me and put it on my account.
About your account, it's been a few months.
I said to put it on my account, and that's the end of it.
I work for
Understand?
Mogul. You got a problem, you talk to him.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine.
I'd be on the first ship off this island if I had the coin. What a waste. Mining here? No. However, I used to sell East Empire pendants until I ran out of them. Popular little item. It's an amulet that was made exclusively for the East Empire Company. They gave them to their workers as an incentive at one point, a kind of reward for extra effort. They're no longer being made, so they've become a collectible. I'd love to get my hands on a few of them. They could be anywhere on the island. The mines might be a good place to start. If you find any while you're exploring Solstheim, bring them here, and I'll pay you for them. Bad? What if I told you that you're the first person that's even considered looking at my wares today? I've half a mind to contact my friends at the East Empire Company and see if they need an extra hand in Windhelm. Oh, absolutely. In fact, I've corresponded with Vittoria Vici herself more than once. You know, the lady who runs the East Empire Company warehouse in Solitude. The biggest warehouse they have in Skyrim. Ah, you're just like the rest of the folks around here. Mark my words. The East Empire Company will return to Ravenrock. And when they do, I'll be at the top of their list. The question you should be asking is, what don't I sell here? Because I have pretty much any supplies you might need. If it's not a weapon, potion, or armor, then it's likely that I have it. Jarland, over at the docks, brings me most of my supplies, and the rest comes from bartering with the people in town. Oh, Glover Mallory gets me a few things once in a while. He usually has the most amazing deals that I can't pass up. The East Empire pendants are scattered all over, so leave no stone unturned.
My Bendel feared visitors would shun Ravenrock. I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
Obey our laws, or suffer the consequences.
I work for Mogrul. You got a problem, you talk to him.
If you're dealing with me, there's only one thing to remember.
Teldrin
Pay your debts
Sero,
or
blade
end
for
up
hire.
hurt.
If you have the coin, I'm at your service.
We have all sorts of authentic dark elf food and drink here. Gelby spares no expense. Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sujammer that will ever grace your lips. Welcome to the Retching Netch, Outlander. What can I get you? The finest Sujammer to cross your lips, friend. My own personal formula that I call Sadri's Sujammer. In fact, I've just added some new ingredients to the mixture that I think makes it taste better than ever. All I need to do is get the word out that it's ready, and they'll flock here for it. I was kinda hoping you'd say that. Here, take these samples of the Sujammer and spread the word. If you get rid of all of them, there's something extra in it for you.
Mogrul doesn't lend coin to Outlanders.
I'll give you this warning only
Look
once.
somewhere else.
Take that swill and pour it down a well.
Fight well.
Teldrin Cerro, blade for hire. If you have the coin.
Welcome to the
at your
wretching Netch
service.
Court. Sorry. Gildas won't allow me to drink while I'm working at the Netch. Safe travels.
Not much contact with others around here. Got the Skull village to the north, but the Nords there keep to
As the wife to the second counselor of Ravenrock. Oh, how kind. Thank Gelders for me, won't you? My husband is second counselor, so I said...
Can I help you?
It's been a long time since I walked the ashlands of Vardenfell. I miss
Anything
it
you can...
terribly.
Good old Geldis is always managing to keep our spirits up. And our eyesight hazy. Thank you. My doors are open if you wish to discuss matters involving Raven Rock.
The entire...
Why you'd leave your homeland behind to venture here is beyond me.
Miserable. Just miserable. Oh, I hate this place. At least my father will let me drink whatever I want without complaining. Tell Geldis I appreciate it. Keep yourself safe.
My husband Vendel.
Solstine's
Sure,
still a
got
dangerous
nothing better
place.
to do. May your path be free from danger.
This island's
Find
nothing
my
but a
pick.
pile of rubble.
Perfect. I was just thinking about heading over for a drink. Thanks for saving me the trip.
Can't get blood from a stone.
Calling Stalrim an ore is like calling my forge a campfire. Some folks say it's enchanting. I don't think... If you're looking to learn more, you should head over to the Skull. It's the only tool tough enough. Now, many of the one Cresius borrowed came from the Skull village up north.
I'll
give you the
training only
once.
once.
Stay out of my way.
Looking for any
I'll do
potions?
just fine.
I should mix some of this into my next potion. Who knows what would happen? Careful with those netches. They may
Your
look
visit
tame,
here.
but
What?
seriously hurt you.
Oh, no, thank you. I need to keep my head clear. Remember,
Welcome to...
we are watching.
Always a pleasure to taste anything Geldis comes up with. All sorts of useful things. Feel free to browse.
Alright, you were. That poor
Next time
bugger.
you're hungry, stop by. I always have plenty of food for sale.
If you're looking for any exotic ingredients, just ask. I might have what you need.
Care for anything from my stand today?
My husband Garen maintains our farm. Without him, Raven Rock would likely go hungry.
I know why you're here. I'll... The coin, I promise.
If you want that... Stay... Wait, you better.
What do you need? Yes? Afternoon. What do you need?
Smoking. I got those special potions.
Looking for any potions? Ingredients? Alchemical supplies?
To me, and put it on my account.
I think I can teach you a thing or two.
And that's the end of it.
Ah, so you're an alchemist then? Careful with those niches. They may look... They can seriously hurt you when threatened. Need something?
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine.
Want to buy... Geldis needs to bottle this up and send it to the mainland instead of wasting his time out here. His drinks are outstanding. Thanks. The East Empire pendants are scattered all over.
Miserable.
So
Just
leave no stone
miserable.
unturned.
Oh, I hate this place.
Damn it, woman. I said to leave me be.
Precious, last time you explored the mine, you almost fell to your death. I'm not spending the rest of my days as a widow.
And I'm telling you that I'll do whatever it takes to find my great-grandfather's remains. He's down here. I can feel it.
That was almost 2 centuries ago. There may be nothing left to find.
Just let me go, woman.
Precious, you're an obstinate old fool and you're going to get yourself killed.
Who in the blazes are you? Can't you see I'm busy? Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you are. Maybe. Been difficult trusting people lately. They think I'm crazy. But mark my words, these mines hold a secret that could put Raven Rock back on the map. A secret the East Empire Company swept under the rug 2 centuries ago. It killed my great-grandfather and left Raven Rock with a worthless and tainted mine. Gratian Kyrelius. He spent his entire life exploring ancient ruins across Tamriel. And he died in these very mines almost 200 years ago. The East Empire Company called it a terrible accident, claiming that he was lost in a rockfall. But I know better. My wife and I were cleaning out our home, and we came across some of my great-grandfather's things locked in an old chest. I found an unsent letter he'd written to the East Empire Company, and a key. It describes a discovery that was made in the mine by some of the diggers. They wanted Gratian to take a closer look. The East Empire Company must have felt it was of great value, as they locked that section of the mine off from everyone else. It is. Well, I assume it is. I haven't been able to find the entrance. Finally, someone who believes me. I'm telling you, there's something big down there. Something that the East Empire Company wanted to hide from everyone. Look, my wife nags that I'm too old to go traipsing around these mines chasing my story. Time's my enemy. It's caught up with me before I could find the answers that I'm looking for. I do. I want to know what happened to Gratian. What the East Empire Company's keeping from all of us. Gratian kept a journal of notes about his discoveries. If you can find his remains, I'm hoping it will help. Here's everything I have. The the letter, the key. Please, do this for me, so I can finally regain the respect that I've lost. He's begging for patrons again, eh? Well, I suppose I could have just a bit. Look, I know I don't have much to go on. I have that unsent letter, and that's really it. But I also have a miner's instinct that's run in my family from before Gratian was even born. I may sound like a crazy old man to you, but I'm telling you, the tunnels here are solid. They would never collapse like that. She thinks that old age has addled my mind, that I'm seeing things when there's nothing to be seen. I realize she cares about me, but she has to understand that I can't rest until I find out what happened to Gratian. Then I'll settle down peacefully and never set foot in this mine again. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time, even before I discovered Gratian's old things. I just hope both of you don't mistake my enthusiasm for insanity. The damn fool doesn't even deserve to have it. The pickaxe was made for mining, not selling. I'll bet he stole it from the Skald in the first place. Oh, very well. Here, tell him I hope he drops the thing on his foot. Be careful down there.
Why you're leading Cretius on, I'll never understand. Well, that sounds lovely. Thank you. That foolish old man thinks he's 30 years younger than he is. He's going to get himself killed traipsing around the mine. He's convinced himself that there's some sort of conspiracy involving the East Empire Company and the mine's closure. We came across some old letters that belonged to his great-grandfather in our house, and he believes every word written in them. Cretius's great-grandfather worked for the East Empire Company. The letters mention some sort of discovery he was sent to investigate. There's really nothing remarkable in the letters. I don't know what he's so excited about. Gratian Corellius. He was an explorer for the East Empire Company. They'd send him all over Tamriel when they had difficulties in a mining operation. Poor man. Can you imagine doing all that dangerous work just to end up dying at your own doorstep? There was a horrible accident, and he was killed when one of the tunnels collapsed. They were never even able to go down there and recover the body. The East Empire Company sealed that section off to prevent any more tragedies. Cretius is convinced it's a story cooked up by the company to cover up something else, but I don't know. My beloved is almost 80 years old, and I think the shock of finding one of his ancestors' things has left his mind a bit confused. I love him dearly, and I support everything he does, but I can't let him chase this silly idea, or he may end up joining Gratian in a rocky grave. To understand how we met one another, you have to appreciate what he's going through. Cretius is a third-generation miner. All his life, he's lived and breathed nothing else. By the time Cretius came of age, the ebony mine in Raven Rock was shut down. He took that quite hard. Our home has been in his family for over 200 years. Leaving would have been like abandoning precious memories. Instead, he stayed on Solstheim and spent most of his life prospecting for a new ebony source. Sadly, it never surfaced. A decade ago, this drove him into a deep depression. He shut himself inside his home and refused to come out. It was after refusing to allow anyone to bring him food, Councillor Morvain ordered his door to be knocked down before Cretius starved to death. I was a temple priest at the time, and they had me use my healing arts to restore strength to his ailing body. I stayed for a while and cared for him, then I suppose we fell in love. Far from it. In fact, I'm no longer welcome there. In all honesty, it came down to a disagreement between what I believe and what Elder Othraloth believes. I'd prefer not to get into the details, but let's just say our opinions about the current status of the Tribunal vary widely. Poor Cretius is aging, and I believe it's addled his mind. As the years have passed, it's gotten worse. He's become obsessed with his theories of conspiracy. I'm sure he's down there somewhere, buried under a mountain of rubble like the East Empire Company claims. My greatest fear is that my stubborn mule of a husband will end up suffering the same fate. Go out there.
Try the lower sections of the mine. I've never been able to get that far.
Who's there? I knew I heard something. Done and done. Who's there? Do you need something? you come?
didn't save, I think. Oh dear. That much, huh? Well, could have been worse. But I'll continue in the next episode.